Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify whatever it is you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. So getting into the video, this video is going to be about credit card utilization. And credit card utilization is so important. Those of you who know about credit card utilization, you know and understand how important credit card utilization is both to your credit score and your overall credit report. So to those of you who are new around here and you may not know what credit card utilization is, credit card utilization, simply put, is the percentage of your credit limit that you spend on your credit card. So to break it down in layman's terms, let's say you have a credit card that has a $1,000 credit limit on it. Well, utilization comes into play depending on how much you spend of that $1,000. So let's say you go and spend $500 of that $1,000 and it closes out. That means that you spent 50% of your credit card's credit limit. And that means that you have a credit card utilization of 50%. Let's say you go and you spend $300 of that $1,000. That would mean you have a credit card utilization of 30%. Let's say you go and you spend $100 of that $1,000. That would mean you have a credit card utilization of 10%. And that 10% range is good. 10% or less, the three major credit bureaus say in relation to, getting the most out of credit card utilization for your credit report and credit score. But I want to talk to you all about credit card utilization because every time I do a video and it's surrounding around credit card utilization, I always have people who come here and they'll say things like, hey, well, 7% is the best utilization to have, or 3% is the best utilization to have, or 4% or 2%. Some people even come by and say 0 is the best credit card utilization to have. And I'll be honest with you all, unless everyone has the same credit report, there isn't a specific number that will work for everyone. There isn't a 1%, a 2%, a 3%, a 4%, or 10% that will work for everyone. Why? Because we all have different credit reports. Now, there is a specific range that seems to work for everyone. Even the three major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, agree with this. But there is a range, and that's that 10% or less range where you actually are able to get the most out of your credit card utilization for both your credit score and your credit report. But one thing that you'll notice if you study this, none of the three major credit bureaus actually throw out a specific number. And the reason why they don't do that is because they know everyone has a different credit report. And that's what a lot of people have twisted. A lot of people think, hey, 3% works for me, so a 3% credit card utilization will work for you as well. No, it doesn't work like that. Everyone has to go and find their own credit card utilization that works for them. For me, I usually do well anywhere between 3% and 1%. I usually do well with those percentages when it comes to my credit report and my credit cards. For you, it may not be 1 to 3%. Maybe 4 works for you. Maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 10. You never know. So you may wonder, like, how will I find this out? How do I find it out? You simply have to use time. You have to test it out. Test out which credit card utilization works well for your credit score. That requires both budgeting and keeping track of your spending and how much you're spending. So every month you want to make sure that you're paying attention to what your utilization was reported to the three major credit bureaus. That way you'll know which one gets you the best results. It may vary. It may not be a consistent number. It may not be 2% every month or 4% every month or 6% every month. It may change. Maybe one month it'll be 2%. The next it'll be 6. The next it'll be 8. The next it'll be 1%. You'll never know until you test it out on a month-to-month basis. And this is why credit scoring and credit reports and credit cards, all of these things are a day-by-day thing, and that's why they're also case by case. I dislike when I get on the internet and I always see specific general advice for credit cards and for credit scores, like, hey, you need 10 credit cards, or hey, you need 5 credit cards, or hey, your utilization needs to be 6%, or your utilization needs to be 7%, or you can go and increase your credit score by 50 points in 3 days, or you can increase your credit score by 100 points in 3 months. How can you say those things and everyone has a different credit report with different accounts on there, different credit age, as well as some people have debt, some people don't have debt. So it's hard to just throw out a specific number to people when everyone has different credit reports. And I'll tell you, when it comes to credit card utilization, if you could figure it out and find out which utilization works best for you, it could work some great things for your life, not only for your credit report and your credit score, but also when it comes to budgeting and your savings. Because if you're not going over a specific amount every month, it actually has potential to put more money and keep more money in your pockets, as well as it has an impact on your credit score in return. Because 30% of your credit score comes down to your debt, what you're paying off, as well as your credit card utilizations. So watching those things assists with 30% of your credit score. And of course, 35% comes down to paying on time and your payment history. So if you could pay on time, as well as manage your debt well and keep your utilization under that 10% range, you usually are on track to increasing your credit score. And as you all know, having an increase in your credit score can work some wonders for you, not just with confidence, but in general. You know, it can open up some doors, whether it's for loans, a home, an auto loan, personal loan, whatever it may be. It can open up some doors for you. But I just wanted to share this with you all because I always hear that. People always come by, they be like, hey, 5%, your utilization needs to be 5%, or it needs to be 3%, or it needs to be 0. Listen, everyone has different credit reports. Therefore, you're responsible on your own for finding out which utilization, the specific number that works for you. I could give you a range. The credit bureaus, they give you a range. We could all say between 10 and 1% usually have optimal results, but a specific number, only you could figure that out. But anyways, if you're new around here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of supporting this video. It lets the algorithm know you also support this channel, especially my subscribers. You all should definitely be hitting the like button. But I appreciate every single one of you, even those of you who are not subscribed. This is Water Your Soil. Thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Feel free to share it and pass it along. I appreciate it. And I'm out. Hey, what's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.